107. It is Nancy Hall, and as promised, Kev Marcus from Black Violin checking in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I cannot complain. I play violin for a living. Get to travel around the world.
Seriously. That is awesome. Yes, you are the violin in Black Violin because Will B plays the viola technically, right?
That's correct. He's the lead singer in viola, and I'm the violinist, yes.
And how many years have you been playing violin?
I've been playing violin now, oh my God. I've been playing it for 27 years.
Does that seem crazy to you when you say it out loud?
It really does. I remember I was at a concert a couple of days ago, and I'm looking down at the violin while I'm playing, and it's we're at Dallas, 2,500 people, and I look down and I'm like, I cannot believe I'm still playing this instrument. This thing my mom made me do in 5th grade, I can't believe it's working out, and we're able to do something different with it. So yes, I'm always in awe that we are still doing this.
Does your mom ever say, I told you so, I told you this would be your thing?
Well, my mom, she was always super, supportive, especially at the beginning, but there were moments where she doubted it. She was she put me in it to, because she wanted me to, find something different or be the violinist or something like that. But then I remember I got a full scholarship to college, and I told her, I was like, Mom, I'm going to major in violin. She was like, what? How are you going to make money? This is supposed to be just a hobby to get you to go to college.
She's like, you've taken this too far.
She got super worried about how I'm going to support myself. And it turned out okay now, so she's definitely the proudest person in the room anytime you see her.
That's awesome. You both get a little told you so kind of moment.
Yeah, we both get it.
I like it. Now, I imagine when you were majoring in violin, it was a lot of classical. That's pretty much what they teach, right?
Yeah, it's super classical. It's that typical practice 4 hours a day. You're in 2 or 3 orchestras. It's very rigorous. I think music is one of the harder majors that no one really thinks about, but there's a lot of different, it's 400 years of history that you have to know.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just there's a lot to it. But, in college is when I kind of started branching out and throwing the hip-hop into it, So I was completely classical pretty much up until then. But in college, I started finding production labs, and, I had more access to things. So I would start making beats, and then I'd make these, hip-hop beats, and then start putting the violin to it, and people would go crazy for it. So then I just kept doing that more and more and more, and eventually Will and I came up with this this blend that is just super cool. It's it's the kind of thing where if we're playing for 2 different people, we're playing for a 50-year-old woman that loves classical music and a 10-year-old kid that loves Drake or Katy Perry.
It's like you guys get to bridge the gap in a way, is where you're introducing classical music to the kid who might like Drake, and you're introducing Drake to the people who like classical music.
Exactly, and if you do it in the right way, we feel like we can catch anyone in the room. So it's just our crowds are so super diverse. It's just 5-year-old, there's 90-year-old women that'll be there, everything in between. It's the kind of concert that, you can take your mom and your son and all of you guys have a good time.
Everybody's having a good time.
Everybody's having a good time.
I love it.
It's hard to find those, and just glad that we've created something like that, and it's become quite a phenomena around the world.
And we're very excited that you're taking this show back out on the road again soon, and going to be at the Irian in New Bedford on April 6th, which is a Friday night, so no one has an excuse not to go.
No, last time we did New Bedford, it was crazy. It was around this time of the year. I remember it because it wasn't cold.
Right.
and it was around this time of year, and it was crazy because they had this whole it was, I guess, a block party.
Yes, I remember this. It was a huge street fest. I was telling people about that, and they were looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, no, it was a whole big thing, and then you got to go in and enjoy the show on top of it.
Exactly, and that's it was our first time there, and no one really knew us, so I walked around the street fest, got some food, and no one even recognized me. It was crazy.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So I was just a normal person at that, and I had my nephews in town. They came in from Boston. So
Love
we had a good time. It was a cool time, so I was so excited to see New Bedford back on the schedule.
Yeah, so we're very excited to have you guys coming back as well. I'm not sure you'll be able to walk the streets as freely as you did last time.
I don't think so.
People might have a clue this time for sure.
they might. I might get recognized here. They have to take a couple pictures, so we'll see.
That will be awesome. It is indeed a hot ticket at the Z, which you can get at Zyterian.org, or you can win some through our website, fun107.com right now. Kev, thank you so much for talking with me this morning, and we're so excited for April 6th.
Thank you. We're so excited. We'll see you guys soon.